take 3, which is actually take 4, but that doesn't matter. So in this quick video tutorial, I'm going to try to keep it below 5 minutes. We're going to have a look at launching a new droplet in Digitalocean and creating a DNS server as well as a web server, and setting the droplet that you create here, that server that you create here, as your DNS resolver, so that we can get custom domains that you can develop on. The end goal here is to create your own local mini server at your office, but in order for you to get familiar with the process, we'll use a cloud droplet. So feel free to create a trial account for Digitalocean. You just need to confirm your identity with a payment method. And we're at step 3 now, where we create a new droplet. I'm going to choose for a CPU optimized one because it runs Docker a little bit better. Don't worry about the cost so much. We're charged by the hour, and we're just going to use it for a couple of hours. Maybe you can experiment with it for a day or something, and the total cost of that would be 8 times 6 cents, which I don't feel like calculating right now. Let's choose for Amsterdam because that's the closest region for me. We can just set a root account, a root password for now, a simple one. And then let's create the droplet after setting a host name. I like setting host names. So Halcyon Simplified port 3. Take 3, create droplet. What else did I want to share with you guys? There was something else, but I forgot. I'm probably gonna remember in a couple of minutes. So we're gonna wait for this droplet to be created. I just don't see. Ah, there you go. It's being generated here. Oh yeah, I wanted to share that we're not gonna care about security so much right now, because we will not use this for production. We're not gonna keep this droplet alive for a long time. So let's go into this droplet, ignore that, open up the console. There you go. And the first thing we're going to do is copy the repository that I made available for this. I will share this blog article in the video description so that you can easily copy the instructions. Clone the repository, change into that. We're also going to have to install Docker and Docker Compose. I have the tabs open here, because I followed these steps a couple of times already. We're gonna update and then install. There you go. Add the GPG key, and finally run this command. Update again, and then we're actually gonna install the Docker engine. Yes, I want to continue. Close this one, and we're gonna prepare for running the Docker Compose commands. It will take a while for this to finish. There you go. And let's confirm if we got everything running by running Docker Compose version, and we do. So we can close that. That's the first blog message, and we can run Docker Compose full. We're gonna download the images before we start running our own DNS server, and that is because else the image domains don't resolve. After we downloaded, we pulled these images, we disable our own DNS service, or the default DNS service, and we will start running our own. So let's edit the resolved.conf file. We're gonna remove that and set DNS to listener to no. Exit the file. Did I actually? Yeah, you can press Ctrl O to save the file and Ctrl X to exit. And then we're gonna run now the Docker Compose. We're gonna edit DNS-A and replace your Droplet IP address by our Droplet IP address. That's all the changes we have to do here. Ctrl O, Ctrl X, and run Docker Compose up. Oh shit, no, we need to reboot. Reload. Reboot your Droplet by and run Docker Compose up. That's it. Whoops, Docker Compose up. Can't find. Okay, no, we're not in the right directory. Docker Compose up. Okay, and then if we refresh this page, that oh no. First, we have to set the DNS servers to the right ones, and then we will have the interface that we want. So step number 14 is set your computer's DNS server to use the DNS service provided from your Droplet, which is your Droplet's IP address. That's basically the steps you have to take in order to get this basic setup running. Now, mail.hic can be any image that you choose to run, and we'll get to that in a different video. But just to show you what it's like, I'm gonna rerun it by deattaching and the Docker Compose service. So now you see that the containers are still running. And if we have a look at the Docker Compose.yml file, you'll see that the catch-all email container is using the image mailhawk latest. We're exposing ports 8025 and 1025, and we set the virtual host and virtual port here. So nginx-proxy is our what can you call that? It catches all the web requests basically on port 80 and on port 443. 80 is the web port and 443 is the HTTPS port. We expose those ports as well to the public. Any request that is done from the public is handled by nginx-proxy, and nginx-proxy checks all the other containers for environment parameters. So mail.hic, if nginx-proxy is aware of mail.hic, it will connect you through to the right container using the port provided here. Then there's the DNS service, which says, hey, I'm handling all the HIC requests myself. So if you're looking for an HIC domain, I'm handling it, and all the other stuff is forwarded to a Cloudflare DNS service. So if you're looking for google.com, we're going to forward you to 1111. If you're looking for .hic, I'm handling this. It's handled by nginx-proxy, and nginx-proxy forwards the request to the container that's responsible for it. And that's that. So I hope you were able to follow this tutorial a little bit, and hope to see you on the next one. And make sure to subscribe and blah blah blah.